Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We want to get started right away with a look at weather. Today marks the start of the busiest travel week of this year, and we are expecting maybe a little bit of rain to return tonight as people are getting ready to hit the road.
Yeah, let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo with more on what we can expect. Jeremy?
Really, it's not much in the way of rain, but yes, it is in the forecast right now. Clouds building ahead of that round of rain moving in. 38 degrees is where we currently sit. Not bad, but that atmosphere dried out quite a bit from where we sat earlier this week, so not too much in the way of fog and not too much of a concern with atmospheric mixing ahead of that round of showers moving in. We're seeing cloud cover right now and expect those showers to hit the west side here in the next couple of hours. Those move over the mountain pass, I would say, in the 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock hour, it's widespread rain over Snoqualmie. Rain hits us early tomorrow morning or late tonight, depending on what time you go to bed. Basically, it moves out early tomorrow as well, but that's kind of post-sunrise. It quickly works out, and by noon, we're dry. By tomorrow's sunset, you see it. And then, well, Thursday, we wake up to a little bit of fog, a little bit of cloud cover, a few scattered showers in the mountains. But by noon on Thursday, we're back to the sun, and that sun takes us into the rest of the weekend. Seriously, overall, the pattern is looking exceptionally calm. 42 tomorrow, 43 Thursday, 39 Friday, and even that weekend we talked about a bit of a cool down. Forecast models starting to turn the corner and keep us a bit warmer. We'll talk that coming up in your full forecast.
So as we said, today is expected to be one of the busiest travel days of this entire holiday week.
But as KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy found out at the Spokane airport today, it wasn't as busy as many expected.
With a full slate of flights in and out here at the Spokane International Airport, it actually wasn't as busy as you might expect just a couple days out from Thanksgiving, but that was welcome news to a lot of travelers here.
It's a happy holiday for many at Spokane International Airport, mainly because it's just not that crowded. Olivia and Aiden Cowley showed up early for their Vegas-bound flight, expecting a rush.
Shuttle picked us up quick and no one's here. I'm sure we'll get through security quick. So far it's been pretty chill, more chill than expected.
Even at a much larger airport like Denver, where Dennis Bickle departed, it wasn't the holiday hurry you'd expect.
I showed up an extra hour early this morning because I was anticipating problems, right? And everything went so smooth.
Tuesday and Wednesday are expected to be some of the busiest travel days for the Thanksgiving holiday. Spokane International Airport estimates 73,000 passengers will go through TSA security screening this week. Nationwide, TSA estimates 2.6 million travelers will be screened Tuesday, slightly more on Wednesday.
So I don't know if, economy, people are just, saving their money or driving and staying home or whatever, but so far it's been a really easy trip.
Maybe you're not hitting the skyways, but the highways instead. Take a look at I-90's Snoqualmie Pass area, where westbound travelers will see a little congestion starting Wednesday around 10 a.m. and peaking mid-afternoon. If your family is coming from west to east, Wednesday is going to get crowded quick. But with things off to a good start.
Yeah, hopefully we're missing the crazy days. That was our plan.
And you don't get a lot of good experiences flying anymore, right? Everything's a hassle.
It leaves a lot to be thankful for.
Don't forget about your return trip. Actually, Sunday is expected to be the busiest day of the week. TSA anticipates that nationwide about 2.9 million people will be making their flights home. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. And as travelers make their way to the Spokane airport, they'll be finding more parking. The airport made Concourse C lot, that parking lot there, a bigger lot.
Yeah, and it's now open and ready for people to use. So the lot now has almost 1,000 spots, which is basically double what it was before. They added 460 new spots. The project cost just over $5 million.
On top of making the lot larger, they also redid the old pavement, put in new lighting, and added some stalls for electric car charging.
We have an update now from SPOKAnimal about a mystery illness that has been making dogs sick inside the shelter.
SPOKAnimal has been shut down since mid-October under quarantine protocol to stop the spread of what they originally thought was an outbreak of kennel cough. After the dogs did not get better with routine treatment of antibiotics, they now believe they have the same unknown respiratory illness infecting dogs all across the country.
So far, most of SPOKAnimal's dogs have recovered, although one dog died and another did have to be put down.
In a statement from the SPOKAnimal veterinarian this afternoon, she said, quote, "Although we are seeing much improvement, the cause for the illness has yet to be identified. We will only open the shelter back up to the public after we are confident that all animals in our care are completely healthy."
A new study by Forbes magazine shows no state is more impacted by retail theft than Washington. The Forbes Retail Theft Index found that Washington gets 48% more reported retail theft than they should based on the population here. The study also found almost 65% of small businesses have had to increase prices to make up for losses because of theft. In June of 2022, Attorney General Bob Ferguson announced the creation of a statewide retail crime theft task force, which just this week filed its first prosecution.
In North Idaho, Kootenai County Sheriff Bob Norvis cross-deputized police officers from other jurisdictions and swears in some special deputies who don't have backgrounds in law enforcement. The sheriff's office says this is done to ensure law enforcement throughout Kootenai County. According to public records obtained by news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office has more than 300 special deputies or special deputy advisors. All right, still